Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another pre-fight analysis. And in this video, I'll be doing the pre-fight analysis for UFC on ABC 4 or UFC Fight Night, Rozenstruik versus Almeida. And fun fact, I already pretty much ran through this video and then made it. And then my camera ran out of space, so I'm doing it all over again. And if you're wondering why I'm gonna run through this video extra quick, you know now. You know now. Now you know. And what's understood don't have to be explained, or what's yeah. And I'll say another thing before I get into it is pre-fight analysis or pre-picks or whatever you want to call it before I go wrong are not my final picks. Even if the before I go wrong picks are better than my actual picks are still my actual picks. I go 10 of 10 on my pre-picks. If I go 2 of 10 on my final picks, those are my final picks. Just know that this is just the rough draft. It's all that's all it ever is. It's always the rough draft. Like the before I go wrong, the pre-fight analysis, and it was the same exact thing. Pre-fight analysis and before I go wrong is the same thing, just under a different name. It's just all about how you speak on, present yourself. So I just shifted the name. Like it was fun while it lasted. I might add into another segment later on, or like at least a name, and still gonna be the same exact thing. But yeah, right now and for the time being, this is called pre-fight analysis for the people that are still unaware, are still adjusting. But I feel like for the people that know, they already know. But yeah, first fight on the card. I'm gonna run through this because I've already did this as I said before. We have in the women's bantamweight division, we got Jessica Rose Clark versus Tanera Lisboa. Going Jessica Rose Clark is a right now pick, definitely likely to change. Low confidence out of the way, but definitely likely to change this one. But I'm going Jessica Rose Clark right now. She's coming off injury, but she is the more well-rounded fighter. She's not that much older. She's like what, 3 years older, 35 versus 32. And Tanera Lisboa seems like she has a pretty solid Thai fighting background. She seems to be more bigger physical woman, pretty good in the clinch, pretty brutal in the clinch, but again, just has to put the resume that Jessica Rose Clark has for. Like, it's also not like she's the youngest spring chicken. It's not like she was this super highly touted talent. I said highly touted, so highly sought after talent come over. It's like, yeah, can't truly get behind her just yet, but the pick will definitely be one that's up for debate and up for shifting by the time I make my quick picks. Yes. So next fight we have in the welterweight division, we got Gabe Green versus Brian Battle, and I'm going Brian Battle right now about low confidence or average confidence. I just feel like Gabe Green doesn't really have the offensive takedown ability. I feel like he has solid BJJ, but his offensive wrestling isn't the best. I feel like Brian Battle should be able to stuff that. Striking is pretty even, but I feel like Battle would be able to pick his shots better and should be able to win this one. But I'm probably shifting between average or low confidence. And also, I just don't feel like Gabe Green is that fight. I just don't see elevating up the weight class. I see him kind of just being bottom like the lowest you probably could be for a gatekeeper. That's probably Gabe Green. No insult to him, that's what I see. So going by our battle about average low confidence. I'm gonna say what's the average low confidence? I'm gonna say low confidence. Is it average or is it low? It's low. Is it right now? Next fight we have in the women's flyweight division, we got Ji Yeon Kim versus Manny Bohm, and I'm going Ji Yeon Kim as it right now. Definitely a pick that can shift. Low confidence Ji Yeon Kim, and no matter which way this goes, I pick. No matter which way my final prediction goes, it's gonna be low. If I shift to Manny Bohm, it's gonna be low. If I stick with Ji Yeon Kim, it's gonna be low. But as of right now, I'm going Ji Yeon Kim. This feel like she has a better track record. I feel like Manny Baum is 0-2 in the UFC. She lost her striker, then she lost her grappler. So we don't know what's your true weakness. Are you weak to strikers? Are you weak to grapplers? You're apparently weak to both. Not really saying true skill set from her, but she definitely has a path to victory. Ji Yeon Kim ain't the most talented fighter either. She has a durable chin, decent enough power. She really ain't no knockout finish, but like I said, she could take whatever you got to give her, and she could probably master her pace a little bit and cause some issues. But yeah, I don't really know how to feel about this one. I feel like definitely up for grabs. But Manny Baum go out there, mix some shots as well, put up some value, maybe move a little bit, show some head movement, show some good counters. Definitely opens up for her because Ji Yeon Kim more so just like a slow lurch, and she will be there to be hit if you have the ability to stick and move or at least need some movements to put some volume up on her. Like I said, it ain't too hard to find her. She will be there to be hit. But leaning Ji Yeon Kim is it right now. Low confidence. Next fight we got in the lightweight division. We got Nathan Levy versus Pete Rodriguez. Lightweight division going Nathan Levy to beat Pete Rodriguez. I just feel like the track record of guys cutting, dropping weight is not very good. Unless it's like I'm top 5 and I'm dropping down to fight top 15, or I'm top 15, I'm dropping down to fight a debut, or I'm dropping to fight a guy who's ranked 30, or it's a stylistic matchup for me. And P. Rodriguez ain't dropping down with much. He's dropping down is a guy who looks seemingly one dimensional. And Nathan Levy is a well-rounded fighter who can mix in the wrestling. He'll be faster, be more fluid, be already adjusted to the weight class. So this fight should definitely favor Nathan Levy a lot. I'm kind of going with average or high confidence, but again, not set in stone right now. Don't think he's going to no low confidence. I think history's on Levy's side, stats are on Levy's side, and I think overall he's the better fighter. P. Rodriguez might look good beating the worst guy on the roster or one of the worst guys on the roster, but again, Levy has shown me much more, has fought better competition overall than Pete Rodriguez. Well, as far as beating, he got beat by a pretty good fighter who's on the tier right now. But other than that, he ain't really done nothing. So Nathan Levy, if I haven't already said it or hasn't already sunk in. Next fight we got in the light heavyweight division, we got Carlos Ulberg versus Ihor Potieria, and I'm going Carlos Ulberg. I just feel like Ihor Potieria, I'm going like average confidence, Carlos Ulberg. Ihor Potieria is a pretty good first round fighter, or at least aggressive first round fighter, but fades in the second. I think Carlos Ulberg could finish him in the first or second. I don't think he goes to the third, but I think he finishes first or second, maybe under 1.5 here. Carlos Ulberg, this the more decorated striker, more skilled striker, and Potieria is more so aggression and really like a one round man. So going Carlos Ulberg first or second, most likely look like a second round taco, but definitely can see him countering, taking advantage of the over aggression of Ihor Potieria and getting him out first round. But second round looking the juiciest, looking like the cleanest one, but again, not set in stone just yet. Next one we got in the bantamweight division, we got Cody Stamman versus Douglas Silva de Andrade. Going Cody Stamman here. I feel like Andrade's best shot is to hurt him or finish him, and Stamman has shown a outstanding chin on him. I don't think he's been dropped yet in his UFC career. For solid cardio, pretty solid, outstanding cardio. I don't know what the word I'm trying to say, but it's more than good enough cardio, more than enough chin. Douglas Silva and Andrade just looking to probably hurt him on the feet, maybe tap him out or something like that. And I just don't see him struggle to see him hurt him on the feet. And then on top of that, you got to hurt him on the feet probably to have that grappling success that he would need or something. So I just see Stamman being able to outwork him, whether it be on the feet, on the ground, or both. So yeah, about average confidence, Cody Stamman, in a decision victory for Cody Stamman. Now on to our next fight we have in the heavyweight division, Carl Williams versus Chase Sherman. I'm going Carl Williams, high confidence. The lack of lock maybe was keeping me from lock is the fact that Carl Williams is still still a fresh fighter. Never really want to just all of a sudden just hop too quickly on some guy's bandwagon who only got like 2-3 fights in the UFC and like, oh my gosh, this guy gonna beat this guy. And or he's good and it's Chase Sherman we're talking about. Go all in, it's Chase Sherman we're talking about. Don't want to get too overzealous with this one. I definitely could get comfortable with this one, but it's always better to steer with a little bit of caution, or at least some caution. And that's that caution that's preventing it from being locked. But Carl Williams is a smart fighter. He's the better fighter. I feel like he beat him on everywhere. I feel like he beat him on strike. I feel like he beat him on the ground. But I definitely think we mostly gonna beat him probably mixing the shots on the feet and then be able to mixing the wrestling and be able to just really walk away with this one. And I definitely think finish is definitely on the table. I'm not saying that the decision is a lock pick to throw in there with the Carl Williams pick and just look for the best value you could get out of it, suck the best value you get out of this fight, where you could look for the most consistent value and just picking Carl Williams straight out and then maybe kind of sprinkling on decision, sprinkling on the finish. If you're really feeling fancy, sprinkle on the finish in the round. But going Carl Williams here, and that's not shifting at all. But decision or stoppage, I'm not sure just yet. Next one we have in the welterweight division, Matt Brown versus McGee, welterweight division. And how I feel about this one, I'm gonna go Matt Brown about average confidence here. I think styles just favor him. Two veterans of the game. McGee could be at this stage in his career is probably a good anti-grappler, but he's gone in with a striker, so I feel he can struggle with those fights. I don't feel like McGee has his offensive wrestling and grappling is good enough to really cause Matt Brown any real issue. And I feel like his striking is anything to cause Matt Brown any real issue. I feel like he go on be a competitive fight. But I'm not saying like as far as issue and like he's shown something that will allow him to necessarily beat Matt Brown here, or for me to pick him over Matt Brown. I feel like Matt Brown, the better fighter at distance, the better fighter on the inside, especially with the Muay Thai and the plum clinch and all that stuff. Yeah, going Matt Brown here, likely decision. Two tough veterans of the game. Maybe even a finish because McGee is getting up there in age and he's coming off the first stoppage loss of his career. So we don't know where his mental would be at, but he's a tough guy. I think he survived, recovered addict. I don't know why I'm going John Addict on here. Like he's a recovered addict. He got 9 baby mamas. He only likes one of them. He only communicates with one of them. He don't see the rest of the kids now. I'm just throwing out there. Like the guy's tough. He's mentally tough. So I think he should be able to bounce back from that finish pretty well. But stylistically, I still favor Matt Brown in this one because again, I just think McGee at this stage in his career, he does well against guys who are probably like one-dimensional grapplers who not to a certain level, but going to another vet, I feel like it's going like you can't really factor age too much. This is yeah, Matt Brown should be able to outstrike him. So yeah. That's my pick, Matt Brown, average confidence. Next fight we got in the welterweight division, Tim Means versus Alex Morono. Going Morono here. Just like he's younger and fresher. I feel like Tim Means probably will be able to win the first round, but Morono will pick it up in the second round. Means will start to fade in general in that second round, and Morono will turn it up, put the volume on him. Don't think Means gonna recover that well or respond that well to the damage being dished on him, the volume, the intensity that a younger Morono who like in his prime where his Means is kind of pushing 40 now. I think Morono gets him out of there. And yeah, ain't going with the method here. Like again, this is just a rough draft. I don't have to say my method or the round if I don't really feel it. I'm not going to talk if I don't have it fully set in there. Well, as far as trying to broadcast a finish, that's I know I'm not really or broadcast a method of victory if I'm not really set in stone on it. Because again, rough draft. So Morono by average comps here. Now to the next one we got in the welterweight division. Daniel Rodriguez versus Ian Machado Garry. We got the modern day Bisping at welterweight, even though he's Irish and wants to be Conor McGregor. He's really Michael Bisping. He definitely much more aligns with Michael Bisping than he ever Conor McGregor. Outside the flag and the nationality and the blood, stylistically, and what he embodies more so looks like Bisping than it ever does Conor McGregor. And I'm going Machado here about average confidence. I feel like he's more well-rounded fighter on the feet and on the ground. Most likely he's gonna play on the feet, and I think the kick's gonna be a big factor for Garry. Inside leg kicks, outside leg kicks. Take away that plant foot of Rodriguez, so he can't really get behind the jab, can't really get his boxing going, and should be able to beat him to a decision. I think he should beat him cleanly. I think Rodriguez will hold a good account for himself, but Garry should be able to beat him and get a decision victory. And I think after that last fight, he'll be more in his P's and Q's and not get sloppy out there. Come in sharper, come in better, and keep it, like I said, be on his P's and Q's and should be able to beat Dan Rodriguez to a clear decision. Maybe even shut him out all 3 rounds. I think, again, Rodriguez will put up a good count for himself, but I'm pretty confident that Garry can beat him and likely even shut him out all rounds. So yeah, Garry, average confidence. Ian Machado Garry or Ian Garry. I don't know why he got his girl's last name and his middle name. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting things wrong, but yeah, Ian Garry via decision. Next one we got in the light heavyweight division, our co-main event, we got Anthony Smith versus Johnny Walker. And again, I'm gonna speed through this. I ain't gonna drag it. Going Johnny Walker, I feel like it's just momentum. I feel like Anthony Smith mental could be a big issue for him, and the fact that he's coming, riding losses or riding a loss, that's not good. I feel like it's mental on both sides, and Johnny Walker has a good mental. He's on a winning streak. Smith is not looking so good right now, coming off a loss. So that mental plays into it. I think once Johnny Walker starts to, be unorthodox, start to be confident, be himself, starts to mixing those flying knees, spinning back kicks, switch kicks, spinning back fists, and stuff like that, front kicks. I feel like Smith gonna get demoralized. You're gonna see a big figure in front of him, being wild and unorthodox, being athletic, explosive. And I feel like he's gonna start to, just go to turtle mode, get kicked with a leg kick, and then start to crumple up on the ground. Johnny Walker be dropping ground and pound, and Smith can go full turtle mode, full total defense on him and maybe get closer to a decision. But I feel like Walker not gonna be looking for no ride out decision. He's gonna be looking for a finish, and I feel like he should be able to get that finish. I don't feel like he's like a oh my gosh he's spinning back fist, knock Anthony Smith fully out cold or nothing. But I feel like it'll be like Smith probably gonna go to that fetal position, and Johnny Walker just gonna start to tee off on him, and the ref gonna pull him off, something like that. But going Johnny Walker here about average confidence. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go low confidence because if Smith does come in tuned in, it could be a very hard fight. But if it's coming, it's about mental and stuff, and his mental not there, which is probably been the weakest part of his game is his mental. Then it's Johnny Walker. But that little shift or that one thing, the mental game, if it's locked in, it could easily be a bad night for Walker and a good night for Smith. Because Smith has all the skills and technique needs to put Walker away and stop Walker. But again, if that mental not there, which has been the weakest point of his game and cause for many of his losses, this should be Johnny Walker's fight, and I'm leaning to that. And this pick is not likely to change. It's going to shift between low and average, but Johnny Walker is definitely sticking as a final pick. But the method and confidence in round, that is very much still up for determination. Now to our final fight, we got in our main event. Finally, we got Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Jelton Almeida, and I'm going Jelton Almeida high confidence. I feel like he should win this one here. My only issue with him is he going in with the better counter fighter in his weight class actively, and he comes out with the same exact front kick and takedown. He do that same front kick last fight, got caught like a check hook, and that could easily be a night for him against Jairzinho Rozenstruik, who's one of his favorite punches is the counter with a check hook, and that could easily cause Jairzinho Rozenstruik, who's not really even fully committed to heavyweight just yet. Like he's a big boy, but he ain't fully locked in and say like I'm not going nowhere else. I'm gonna put on this extra mass and like lock myself in heavyweight. He still could very much make light heavyweight. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, he's still actually probably the bigger, more physical man. I feel like he'd still be bigger than Jairzinho Rozenstruik, and Jairzinho Rozenstruik kind of soft in the body and not actually as big as he says he is. Sometimes I think he really like 6'1", but 6'1" really probably really a light heavyweight frame, just adding a little extra belly on him. So whereas Jelton Almeida like a chiseled, like really a hard to even find a pinch of body fat on that man. That man's a chiseled um vice of destruction. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what I'm messing words up or messing what I'm trying to say. By the way, that man brings destruction, but outside that, he should have good set. Like, outside that little tendency to do the same exact thing every single time. Front kick, blast double, blast takedown. He should be good. And hopefully he mixes up, makes it easy for everyone, and don't make it I guess to make it easy for everyone, just pick in the distance, because that's gonna cash no matter who you pick. And I don't think this fight goes to decision, especially with 5 rounds. If Rozenstruik wins, we definitely finish him. Almeida potentially get close to a decision, but Almeida ain't looking to go 5 rounds with Rozenstruik. He's looking to finish him. And if he could get some takedowns, which he'll probably need, I don't think he goes out there and strike with Rozenstruik for any more than probably like 30 seconds. So if he's fighting him, it's likely like this fight gonna be on the ground. And I don't think Rozenstruik gonna survive underneath Almeida for 5 rounds. Yeah, so in the distance, that's your money gonna be safe as in the distance here. And I'm going with Almeida. I feel like gonna have my concerns about the initial start of the fight, but I feel like if he don't get knocked out in the initial start and already start throw that front kick and get the takedown, I feel like the fight pretty much sealed in at that point. I just feel like either gonna keep getting takedowns or he's gonna secure that takedown position and really punish Rozenstruik. Either way, Rozenstruik will get punished. In that second round, he'll be wearing a lot of damage and having had to carry Almeida and get battered by Almeida. I just feel like once he gets Almeida gets in on his hips and they start to scoop him and drag him to the ground, I feel like you already gonna see the life just fade out of Rozenstruik, and then from that point he's gonna start pounding him and either get a ground and pound or get a sub. I don't know if it's a ground and pound, I don't know if it's sub, I don't know if it's TKO or sub for Almeida, but I definitely think it's in the distance, and I think he finished him. Well, he covers both. I think it's in the distance, Almeida. Yeah, so I'm going Almeida in this one. Just think he's too well rounded, and I think Rozenstruik outside striking, he really ain't got nothing for him. So yeah, in this one I got Jelton Almeida high confidence to beat Jairzinho Rozenstruik, and that's my picks or my pre-picks, my rough draft picks, my pre-fight analysis for UFC on ABC3, Rozenstruik versus Almeida, or UFC Fight Night, Rozenstruik versus Almeida. And yeah, leave me your thoughts on these picks or pre-fight picks in the comments below. Again, rough draft picks, not my final picks. My final picks will be my quick picks and my full card prediction videos, and those will align with each other. Whereas these picks are highly likely to highly subject to change. At least one for sure will be different. For the quick picks and the full card prediction, opposed to this one, at least one. So yeah, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Talk with me. Join the Discord if you still interested in Discord. Ask me about a link, and I'll send you one in the comment section below. And if you join Discord, actually talk. I know a lot of people like to join and window shop or just watch shit and stuff. But yeah, talk. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to you in my Discord. If you join my Discord and whatnot, I will converse with you. I'll do some debates. I'll do some conversation and stuff. We could talk about picks. We could talk about this. Talk about bets. Talk about anything. And it's like more convenient versus trying to dig through comment sections to find you. You'll be able to really, you want to communicate with me. That's probably one of the easiest ways to communicate with me. Just join the Discord. And really like a whole lot of people come demanding my attention. It's like, it's a couple people in there talking and stuff. And I I respond pretty well to all of them, and like they give me good conversation, give me good feedback and stuff on different picks and stuff. And like, they give their thoughts on this, to get my thoughts on it. Like we exchange it. We like this meeting of the minds, and we agree, disagree, or you actually shifted my pick, or I shifted yours, and you gave you a different outlook. You gave me a different outlook. Yeah, that's a very cool thing to do, and it's cost you $0 unless you want to get my premium picks or whatnot. Then that's where you pay your monthly or whatnot. But my free bets and all pretty much every other channel free. So you're interested? Ask me. I'll drop it in the comment section below. And yeah, talk about this video. Talk about these picks. And again, you could talk about them in Discord as well if you want to join in on that. And that's the video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And come back for more videos. Peace.